Hola, how is everyone? I hope good. I am Sunny with Healing Power Divine Universe, and I am here with a reading on what are the investigators finding out in this case. In your case, in a case that they are working on, a case that you've heard about, that your, family's involved in, whatever it is. What are the investigators finding out in this case? With that being said, before I get started, I want to ask if you haven't subscribed to please subscribe to my channel. I'd greatly appreciate that. Hit that bell notification so you're notified when I upload more videos. And hit that like button and share this video if you think others can benefit from my messages. Right now, I've only been uploading one video a day because my energy's been extremely low. I've been going through a tremendous awakening again and just dealing with some personal issues. Also, my internet is extremely slow. It takes a full day for it to upload and through the night sometimes too. So with that being said, let's get started here. So the first cards, I have 5 cards I pulled from my index cards I made, and they're going to give us a little bit of information on what the investigators are finding out. So the first card I pulled is stealing content. Now, stealing content could be like if you are a YouTuber and you produce something and, a product, or you're a tarot card reader and you're giving readings and someone or people are stealing your content from that. It could be with a job. It could be just ideas that you share with your friends and family. But they're finding out that somebody in this investigation has been stealing somebody's content. Now, with that being said, that could be an investigator going on YouTube, listening to tarot readers, and knowing that this is your case or the case or whatever, and getting information that way, and then going back and acting like the information that they have is something that they're producing. So there could be some involvement of something like that going on too. Now, the next index card I pulled is drug victims. So they are finding out that there are victims in this case that have been drugged. Now, that could mean, drugged and they were sexually assaulted, drugged and, they were just not coherent to, understand what was going on. But I feel like in this case, and, take what resonates and what doesn't, but they were drugging victims to have sex. And unfortunately, I feel like these were adults. I think mostly women and children is what I'm hearing. So they're finding out that there's victims that have been drugged throughout this case, throughout this crime, or whatever, however you want to look at this. We have a fake minister. So what does that mean? Somebody pretending that they are a minister, that they're there to help people, worship God and in the correct ways. And I feel like when I wrote that card out, it was something that Spirit told me to write out. And then also because there are people that go around pretending to be ministers. People really start to, like what they're saying. It's, to me, I'll be honest. I'm always honest. Don't take this personal, please. If you are a churchgoer or, in a religious organization, that's fine. I'm not trying to knock anybody's, religious beliefs or spiritual beliefs. I'm assuming that you're spiritual if you're on this channel, but I'm not saying that going to church is wrong. I just want to make sure I clear that up first. Fake ministers are people that go in and brainwash people to believe what they're saying is correct. These aren't people that are there for the highest good for, everyone. They're there to make money. They're there to brainwash, to have followers, to, corrupt people's minds. And unfortunately, that goes on quite a bit in this world that people don't pay attention to. A fake minister is somebody that really isn't there to worship God. They're there to make money, maybe drug victims, have sex, have them following, be powerful. They feel that's a huge problem. So, and that relates to the term of a cult to me. But Then again, you know, a lot of people are like, there's no cults. What are people talking about? People, you have no idea. That's all I can say. You know, because I never realized that the environment I grew up in was a cult. I never realized half the stuff that I went through because I was brainwashed to not remember. There was, you know, we need to remember that there's magic and spells being used on people, especially people that worship the devil. So anyways, moving on. The next one is STDs. So they're finding out that there is an outbreak of STDs. Now, what does that mean? Well, it could be that children are coming up with STDs that are comparable to the community around them, to their parents, to, you know, other adult people. Also, adults are, you know, having group sex. They're sharing partners. They're sleeping around with everyone. And unfortunately, when we do that, we come into contact with a lot more people, and obviously people that are carrying STDs. I kind of found it funny, but I don't really find it funny anymore. But there was a tarot reader, and she's an amazing tarot reader. I can't tell you her name, but excuse me. Ooh, somebody didn't want me to talk about that. Never mind. I'm going to leave that out because it kind of, my throat chakra was like... So anyways, there are STDs that are involved in this case. Again, I do feel like they're finding it with children because the last index card I pulled is child prostitution. So what I'm already understanding about this is that there was a fake minister that was stealing somebody's content. If it was another religious, you know, minister, or, you know, somebody that's spiritual, that speaks out and you know, really presenting this to the people that were obviously attending their church or wherever they were being this minister at. There was a lot more going on in this situation, obviously, that, you know, they were looking at somebody as, whoa, they're a minister. There's no way they could be doing that. Or, you know, these people are following this minister, and this minister's fucking fake as fuck. So on and so on. They're finding out that there has been child prostitution. Gosh dang it. Ooh. Sorry. Ooh, somebody does not want me to talk about that. Oh well, we are. There has been child prostitution definitely going on in this case. I think it was through a religious organization, a cult. They were drugging these victims. And then this fake minister was stealing content to be able to get these people to conform or get these people to believe whatever this fake minister was trying to say. And also a community is what I'm hearing. So here's my channeled messages. Again, they are triggering. These readings are pretty... they talk a lot about things that are going on in the world and what, you know, God wants me to present and you guys to know. But if you are triggered easy, please click off now. So the first channel message I received was mom involved. So somebody's mother was involved. There was a mom involved. Maybe they were, you know, part of this group, this religious organization or this cult. Maybe this mom knew that their child was being prostituted, or maybe this mom was prostituted as a child. It could go so many different ways, but there is a mom involved. I feel like it's more on the teetering side that, you know, there was a mother involved that was prostituting children and her own children too. So we have mom slandered daughter's reputation. So there's a mom that slandered her daughter's reputation to shut her up for speaking a truth. Now, I feel like this daughter has been trying to speak the truth for a long time. This situation, this investigation is uncovering tremendously horrible things, tremendously sad things for this daughter, I believe, because I think this daughter has been trying to speak out, but because this mother, or it could be a daughter that slandered this mother's name. There could be, you know, a couple different ways we can, you know, turn this, but just put yourself in whatever position you're in. Because this mom slandered daughter's reputation, this daughter was trying to speak out about some truth about, maybe STDs, maybe child prostitution, maybe a fake minister, and drugging victims, children. And what they did is this mom turned around and destroyed this daughter's life because this daughter was speaking the truth about her mom and their family or whomever's involved. And they wanted this daughter to shut up. So they really slandered and did things to hinder this woman's life, this daughter's life, and to really make this woman, our daughter, I keep saying woman, so it must be a woman now, a woman's life. The next one I have is family involvement. So again, we go back to a mother, but that goes even broader, even further. Maybe there was a father involved. Maybe there were step-parents, because step-parents have came out a lot in my readings. Brothers, sisters, cousins, nephew, nieces, if that's the case. But the family was involved. That probably helped slander this daughter. Probably was, part of the people drugging victims. Maybe there was a family member that was being a fake minister. There was child prostitution and STDs. So the next channel message I have is police involved. And that's when I go back to family involvement, I'm sorry. After that, they drew an arrow to the truth. So family involvement in telling the truth. The truth is out about this family being involved. Take it as whatever what fits in your situation. Police involvement, and then there's an arrow pointing to the truth. So we have had many readings where it said corruption, police corruption. That didn't come out, so maybe there were police that were on the up and up that were involved to get the truth out in this situation. Obviously, there's an investigation going on, so I'm assuming that these police were involved to help this investigation come together. Or, again, they could be corrupt, We have sex trafficking of children and women. And from Wyoming, there's somebody named SV and CM. So that's just, that's only for probably one specific person. If you are from Wyoming, then, this is a huge red flag that this is going on, that you need to be aware what happens in that state. I know every time I speak out, I end up getting people texting me, gang stalking me, trying to shut me up, but I'm done being shut up because I'm tired of living this life, and I'm tired of this shit, not being seen or people ignoring it or being involved in this. So I will definitely say that I live in Wyoming, and Wyoming has a huge problem with sex trafficking children and women. It's gone on for generations, and I'm hoping to point it out, and I'm hoping to help stop it. Mom killed by a cult. So that's another one. So your mother or a mom could have been killed by a cult. And that is like an organization, probably with a fake minister. She was choked to death, and the family was involved in it. So daughter innocent, and then it points to family involvement. Maybe the family has spoke out about the daughter's innocence. It said choked to death, and the family was involved in it. So there were family members that were in this cult or are in this cult that killed a mother. Daughter innocent of everything she has been accused of by her family and friends. And then it literally, it's the end of the messages. So they drew an arrow to friends. They drew an arrow to her. They drew another arrow to her, another arrow to friends, and then points down cult and mom too. So there has been a mom that's been involved in not a very good way. I might be hearing, I am hearing, I'm not might, that this mother could have been the mother that was killed by this cult. I'm not sure. Take it as it resonates. And that's it. It just says, accused of by her family and friends. Well, the family didn't get pointed to. The friends did. So there were friends that were accusing this daughter of killing maybe her mother um, of, you know, just listening to whatever this mom slandered this daughter's, you know, name about, whatever lies and gossip. Anyways, that's the channeled messages I have for that. Moving on to the tarot cards. I asked Spirit to please give me 5 cards that told me what signs were provident. The first card I pulled is 4th house roots. So a Cancer is involved. So we have Cancer. We have the King of Coins. Now, in the investigation, I feel like this King of Coins is helping pinpoint some money that's been missing, because that's came out in a lot of readings. Could be there was somebody that was extremely possessive over their money, or thought they needed all the money. It has something to do with somebody working in finances. There could have been a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that was somebody that did some figures on finances, found stolen money. Maybe this minister was investigated because this minister was stealing people's money from them, conning people, stealing inheritances. I'm hearing stealing, you know, just IRS false fraud claims. And then I'm hearing life insurance frauds too. So this could stand for somebody that's very extremely selfish and stingy, and the investigators have pinpointed this person, or this is an investigator that looks into finances. We have Aries the Radical, so an Aries is definitely involved in this investigation, good or bad. And, you know, remember that this Aries could like to flaunt her boobs, because this woman's boobs are sticking out. She definitely has, obviously, the devil horns on her head, so that says a lot. She could have tattoos, doesn't have to. She could wear aviator glasses. This could be somebody that has a fancy sports car, maybe, that, you know, did something bad. But then this woman could have brown hair. That's weird that I, you know, really picked that up on that card this time, because I really never do pay attention to that. The investigators realize that there's been a ton of gossip, and gossip has really slandered somebody's name, has really hindered somebody's growth. That people gossiped so much that it took this investigation to a whole nother level, I'm hearing. That they had to actually, you know, get through all of the bullshit, you know, really interview, investigate, and really, you know, talk to people, really figure out what was true and what the gossip was, and so on. The investigation covered up, or, you know, uncovered that there was one lady, and again, it could have been a mom, because this woman has gray hair, that was going around gossiping about this daughter, about, you know, trying to cover up and shut this daughter up with what she was trying to tell the world about what her situation was and what was going on. The Creator, so the investigator definitely, or investigators really do believe that the Creator, the higher power, God, angels, ancestors, guides, had a tremendous part in this. Maybe these investigators have met somebody that's extremely spiritual, that has really opened the eyes to people, knowing that we need to be on, or in the light, not in the dark. We need to move around, you know, away from the devil. This could also represent, this was kind of a spiritual warfare, where the devil's, you know, destroying people's lives through other people, using demons and, you know, fallen angels and stuff like that to, you know, take over a human's body. People don't realize, you know, how really serious this is. If you are not aware of anything like that, you might want to research it. I know for many years, I was showing, and I never could really understand this, and I've never shared this with really anyone, well, maybe a couple people, but it was something I couldn't figure out what I was being shown, or, you know, what they were trying to tell me. But I am clairvoyant. I definitely have and do all of my psychic abilities through energy. I mean, that's what we all do it. I have a tremendous amount of energy. I produce a lot of energy also. That's why I'm so skillful with the pendulum. The pendulum loves me. And I mean, It loves me. People freak out every time I use it because they're like, holy shit. And if you haven't seen me use it, there are videos, you know, that you can go back and look. They're towards the beginning of when I first started, but I should do a pendulum reading, definitely. But I think this has really opened the investigators' eyes on, you know, knowing that there is really, you know, spiritual warfare. There are people that really need to be more open to the universe, to God, to your angels, guides, ancestors. They've seen what happens when the devil comes in and destroys people. And the devil definitely in this situation is a fake minister, because who the hell in their right mind would go around faking being a minister? You know, why don't you just slap God straight in the face, honestly? So, rest and recover. So, this investigation is wanting somebody to rest and recover. Or people, this community, even these investigators need to rest and recover. I feel that this has been a tremendous long investigation that really has just kicked everybody's ass. Especially the people that were being drugged, being lied about, you know, not seeing the truth about what was going on around them, child prostitution. That's, I mean, tremendously, that just breaks my heart so much, because that's a tremendous thing to have to go through in your life. But the investigators are knowing that it's time to meditate. It's time for everybody to maybe take a break and move on. Maybe they're going to offer somebody, you know, a journey to where they can go have peace and quiet and get away from whatever they have been put through. That would be wonderful. Don't we all want that? We have trine flow. This is a sign of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We have the Four of Cups, boredom and discontent. So these investigators really uncovered that these people that were, you know, maybe in a cult, maybe followers of this fake minister, were people that were just fucking bored, that decided one day, you know what? I have a great idea. This is this and this. Well, the thing is that your boredom at times, you need to definitely connect to the creator instead of the devil next time, because just because you're bored and discontent doesn't give anyone the right to go destroy somebody else's life. To, you know, take a woman's life away because their mom slandered them so bad, or because that person spoke the truth about what had happened to them or other people around them, or what is happening to children. So that's definitely going to be rewarded with some serious karma. You just don't sit around and get together in groups and decide to fake being a minister and brainwash people to believe people from the light are devils, is what I'm hearing. That blows me away, but that's what I just heard. And that, you know, you sit around and you steal other people's content, work, pretend it's yours, pretend that you're psychic and you have abilities, or whatever the fuck people are doing. We have destiny. So this person, there was somebody that was destined to be together. It could be a couple, and maybe because of that, gossip, lies, rumors tore this couple apart. These people might have been, you know, destined to change the world, to be a power couple. Maybe this was the divine feminine and divine masculine, because the devil definitely doesn't want that couple to come together because they're so powerful. There were just people really trying to hinder the destiny of people, children. This was destined to happen. We're in Libra season. It's time for justice, and I'm telling you, God is here, and God is handing out justice. And the legal system is going to be handing out justice too. Playfulness. So they found, I feel like somebody in this situation was very playful, was really, you know, stood out. People were pretty jealous of this person. It could be that this person was playful and they're very connected to the higher power. There could be a psychic involved in this situation. I feel like there is, if not, spiritual people, obviously, that are connected. But the creator is here in this situation 100%. The creator stepped in to allow somebody to rest and recover and rejuvenate from this tremendous life that they've had, this tremendous stress, this just horrible things going on in these people's lives. And they're also, the Creator is bringing in destiny for these people. They were destined to be great. So this mom took away their greatness by slandering their name, by making them look to be somebody they're not, by people believing this person was a monster when in reality the people around them were monsters. Again, put whatever resonates. The light. This was destined to move people back into the light, away from the darkness. This person was brought down from God. This is an earth angel, people, that people abused their entire life. This earth angel was brought into this family of devils, of darkness, of generational curses and hexes and them, fake ministers and child prostitution. And this earth angel came down, and I feel like that's who was being gossiped about. I feel like that's tremendously what was going on. This person was not of the dark. People were bored and discontent with their life, so they went after the gift from God. And that's no shit, people. God sends gifts to us each and every day. People just need to stop and pay attention. Like, I've been struggling financially really bad, and at times I can't afford something, and then all of a sudden, I just have faith knowing that the universe, God himself, is going to provide for me, and something that day or the next day happens. All of a sudden I'll receive a check that's, a little bit of money that kind of gets me through the week. Or my neighbor will need a ride and get me some cigarettes because I can't afford cigarettes. Or eventually I might ask a friend to, lend me some money so I can have a little bit of money. Because unfortunately, this is my story too, and I literally cannot get a job. And when I do get a job, I'm harassed so bad and picked on so bad that it really is not me loving myself enough to say, nope, sorry, I'm going to surrender to God. And so that's what I have done. And don't get me wrong, I have an apartment, I have food, I have heat, I have a car, I have gas, and I have a pack of cigarettes. So I'm the happiest person in the world right now. So thank you, God. Moving on. Jupiter expansion, Sagittarius and Pisces. We have the Emperor. So this could be, okay, there could be a couple different ways we look at this. This could be an Emperor, the divine masculine. We have the Destiny card and a couple here. So there could have been jealous people not wanting this masculine to get with his divine feminine, because that daughter, I'm assuming, probably is the divine feminine. This could be an emperor that rules not for the highest good. I don't feel that way. I think that honestly, the Creator brought two people together. This made this religious organization even more upset because they are obviously connected to the devil. If the Emperor and Divine Feminine come together, the universe will heal tremendously. It's very important. It is destined to happen. It's written in the stars. We have a lot of love and light here, but we also have the Creator, and the Creator is changing things in these people's lives. We have third house perception, Gemini. So there is a Gemini involved. There could have been a perception of this Gemini being just the greatest person in the world. And I feel like their perception has changed. I think that this perception of this Gemini was that this Gemini could have been a victim. This Gemini could have, been just the utmost standing person in the world. Everybody saw the greatest, and in reality, this Gemini was connected straight to the devil. I'm going to leave it at that. Forgiveness. The investigators definitely know that there is going to have to be tremendous amount of forgiveness. That, there are children that need lots of love. They need their families to come together and have forgiveness. Maybe there was a kid that was waiting for this to happen. There are children that were being prostituted, which is a tremendously horrible thing. But there is going to be, and there is going to be a need for forgiveness in this situation. Again, people, this could be a situation where there were people brainwashed to believe horrible things about another person. There could have been spells, black magic being used on people to do horrible things. The reality of this is, you know, if you believe in the devil and God, then you better believe in what they are powerful enough to do. God's powerful enough to stop the devil. He sends earth angels down here to prevent people from, you know, moving to the devil or, you know, continuing to be that in the dark. We need to really open our minds to the spiritual warfare that goes on. We need to start recognizing the devils that are in our life, the people that manipulate us, and really put a stop to it. We all need to walk into the light from the dark, for sure. Laziness. So these investigators might have found people being lazy, going on vacations on other people's money. It could be that they feel that somebody in this situation deserves this more than anyone alive. I pray to God that's the truth. I sure could use that for sure. There could be the investigators ready to be lazy. I think that these investigators have really worked their fucking asses off. The creator card was before that in this same deck, and the creator is going to give a lot of laziness out for people to go on vacations and to really be able to heal and, you know, start to grow in the positive direction that they've needed. The last card I pulled is authority. So again, they are in charge. They are not fucking around, people. So if this resonates with you and you're on the bad side, you better know that the authority are about to knock on your motherfucking door. And if you could tell, this guy is not a happy motherfucker, period. So, and we all know when we get in trouble with the law or they pull us over, we're all shitting our pants. I don't care who you are. And with this guy is extremely serious, and he's ready to get this investigation over and arrest who he needs to arrest. With that being said, that is what I have for this reading. I know it was different. I thought it was pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed it. I love you all so much. Peace and blessings.